So let's do it slowly, add everything. So honey, now, remember what he said was now. So honey, now, that's the one I was looking for that starts with a H. Boy, did you just hear that? That's DARYL ONG. I did a reaction video of him. He did a song, Thinking Out Loud. And ever since I did a reaction of that video, in fact, he made me go lose it. You understand? Some of the runs I heard. But I picked out that runs that I played because it's one of the most complicated in that song. And in fact, one of the most complicated in the whole world, you understand? Top level. And I'll tell you some of the reasons why. Okay, so ever since I did a reaction video of him, I was like, there are things this guy did that I really wanted to learn. And I want to use this video to really break it down and show you that it's learnable. But hey, it's hard work. You need to work hard, and I'll tell you the steps where you can take your runs or your riffs level to this kind of level. You understand? Because most of these other runs we hear, some of the good, very, very good ones are based on pentatonic scale or the major scale or maybe even the minor scale. But when you do blues scale in a song that is a major scale song, I mean, you're very skilled, you're very advanced, you're a very advanced singer. All right, so let me begin by telling you a little more about this kind of riffs and runs. Okay, number one, it belongs to the highest level of singers. Not many, there are not many in the world. Okay, and that's what I call the elite level, topmost. So if you could do that kind of runs in not a jazzy music, because that will help you, but a major song, you just come into it and then go back to the major chords, you're something else then. Remember, I spoke about this in a video I did before, that you can do minor rather blues runs over a major scale or in a major song. Okay, you may not know, if you don't know about these majors and minors and blues, don't worry about that, but the sound tells you that it's not something common, it's something really special when someone does the blues runs in a major song. That biker. Okay, so the second thing about these runs is it's way too advanced. I already said that before. The third thing is it is not found in the normal notes we are used to. Most songs we hear are based on what we call major scale. So let me give you an example. All right, the scales of a major song, a major scale, I'll use number, okay, to represent the notes. Okay, say we have 7 notes. These 7 notes is what the whole entire song is based on. Different combination, you can combine maybe this to give you this chord, this to give you this chord. But hey, these are the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's the notes you find in the major song. All right. But then blues runs are like weird sounding notes that are not in the. It's not legal. Okay, it's not legal, but it sounds awesome when you use it. So in blues scales, you begin to find notes that are not in the major scale. So you need to focus to be able to nail it, because there are no notes there in the song supporting what you're dropping in there, the blues runs. Okay, so in blues we may have not 6 but 6.5. You see, it's not normally there, it's not normal. All right, and then we could have a 2.5. So remember, in major we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's what the song is based on. But what he did, he brought in a 6.5 notes, for instance, which is not there. It's not legal there, but it sounds nice. and he brought in a 2.5 notes. Okay, and that's the best way I can explain it to you, to show you the level of technicality and skill this guy executed. All right, so the next thing is you need to be watchful of not only the accuracy of the notes. It's not just about that, but you also need to be mindful of breath control, because of really long runs. All right, if you're not good with breath control, you may run out of breath before you get to the end. Not just breath control, but also timing. The timing has to be specific. You have to get to the end before the next line comes in. You see that? And another thing is that you need to be able to switch from major to blues without having much problem, without giving your brain much problem, because sometimes it's a whole headache for the brain to try to figure out how these blues runs will get in there. And when you do get in there, you have to switch back. These are different modes, entirely different modes. I mean, man, you hear these notes, but it sounds nice. You want to find them, you want to repeat them, but hey, it's not working. That's the level. That's the level. So this guy has shown us how to apply this with these runs. All right. So I'll show you how to learn these kind of things. So step 1, to learn it, you need to get your mind accustomed with the blues scale. Remember, I said this a long time ago. All right, I did a video and I did some blues scale exercises to implant it, make it a conscious thing. Blues scale, begin to make it, bring it, implant it into your consciousness. If you do it every day, then you get used to the notes. All right, else you won't be able to find them. You won't be able to do them if you hear things like this, or you want to apply blues scale in your singing. You may not be able to do it until you train the brain to know them, to get used to them. Then step 2, you can now begin to apply it in singing. It may take some time and some hard work, but hey, it's learnable. Okay, so number 2, how to learn it is obviously break it down. It's fast, all right? So you can break it down, make it slower, and break it down into pieces. So if it's this long, you can split it into maybe 4 pieces or 3 pieces, all right? And then learn one part of it, 1/3 of it. Let's say it's in 3 parts. 1/3 of it, learn the 2/3 of it, and the 3/3 of it, all right? And then bring everything together. Not really accurate in terms of timing, but I'm still working on it. Took me about 20 minutes to really score the notes and get to this level.
Hoping that you'll understand. So honey, now take me into your loving arms.
So honey, now. Okay, something like that. Let's do it again. And then you go back to the major. Let's try this, all right? So that was blues. I had to really focus because some of these notes are not supported by what's being played, because it's like an alien note, a different note from out there you're bringing into this scale, all right? So you need focus. Let's try to finish that and go back to the major mode. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. That didn't quite sound as I want to. Still practicing. So it has to be on mixed voice, not head voice. Perhaps you could start with head voice, all right? And because it's easier to produce head voice than mixed voice. And then later you can strengthen singing with power, mixed voice. For example, Something like that, all right? So let's break it down. The first part is, so honey now. But that's too long. Okay, let me cut it short. So honey now. So that's the first part. Now. Wait, let's try it. Now. Okay, what's the next part? So let's try this part. What's the next part? I need to sing from the beginning to see the next part, okay? So honey now. Okay, I'm gonna split it in 4. Okay, so this is the third part. Okay, the last part. So honey now. You can always rewind, okay? All right, because I'm just doing it from my head now. I split it in 4 parts. So when you're done, do it slowly. You can add everything. It could take days, perhaps. So let's do it slowly, add everything. So honey now. Remember what he said was now. So honey now. That's the one I was looking for that starts with a H. It's like a slight break, but not a break to take in breath. The whole thing was done in one breath. So let's do it again. So honey now. That end part I rushed it before. Okay, so let's do everything slowly. So honey now. That's the whole thing. So when you get it at that pace, you make it faster. So honey now. Something like that, okay? So I'm still perfecting it anyway, but just to show you the secret behind this kind of runs, this level of runs is awesome. This guy is just an amazing singer. He belongs up there, and I think he deserves to be known globally. I'll see you next time, and keep popping it. Practice and perfect it. PAP. Bye. Subscribe if you haven't. Share, like, you know the rest. Bye.